Well, guys, we have some primer and some setting powder. The best of 2023 in my collection, and I want to talk about it, let you all know what I was loving in 23. So let's jump right into the video. You know, we like to get right into it. But if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button so you're notified every time I post a video so you're not missing anything. And now, on to the video. Bye, guys. First up is my ColourPop Lippy Stick Primer, and it looks like this. It's $8. You can get it on ColourPop site or you can get it on Ulta site, right? And it's ColourPop Lippy Primer enhances the wear of any lip product and keeps your lips looking and feeling healthy. Smudge proof and anti-feathering. It fills in the lines for a smooth application and longer wear time. I've never read the description of this. I knew that I just loved it, but I never knew that it, you know, helped with the fine lines and like fill in your lips. I never knew that. I always put on a lip primer. I used to love the e.l.f. lip primer, but they stopped making it, and that's when I switched over to the ColourPop. Loved it. For $8, and I think this is necessary for every day because when I wear this for work, I eat, drink, whatever I'm doing, and this makes my lip products last a good 6 to 7 hours. And that's even with me, like after I eat or whatever, like lightly wiping my lips and everything. If I'm wearing lipstick. Now, of course, if you're wearing gloss, it's gonna like come off or whatever because it is gloss. But lipstick, it stays on for a good 6 to 7 hours. Absolutely love. I would 100% recommend you to use a lip primer everyday use, like 100%. Next will have to be my MAC paint pot in Art Therapy. If you are oldie to my channel, then you know I use this all the time, hence the big old dent in this container. Let's see. And always remember, I always tell you all, if you have this, to make sure your lid is on tight because you don't want it to dry out, and it is not cheap. So MAC paint pot. Ulta's probably like, what are you talking about, Nana? We don't even know. Okay. So it's $25 at Ulta. Like I said, $25 at Ulta. And Art Therapy is a soft peach shade. So I use it on my smile lines, and that's basically to fill them in so that my concealer, powder, foundation doesn't settle in the fine lines, giving that cracky type, like, you know, like it's all cracked up and all broken up in my smile lines. It prevents that from happening. This is really an eyeshadow primer, but years ago I learned from Savannah Silver to use this in my smile lines, and I've been doing it ever since. And it says a MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot Eyeshadow is a long wearable buildable eye primer and a cream shadow that can be worn alone or with other products and lasts for 24 hours. Now sometimes I use it as an eyeshadow base. Very seldom. I always use it for my smile lines because it's amazing and phenomenal. If you're like older or like have issues with foundation settling in this area, and then I would suggest trying it out. I normally like warm it up, put it on, then warm it up with my fingers to blend it out so that it fills in the line here or whatever. One day I might think about getting like what do you call that thing? Like fillers in this area. I just don't want to mess up what God already got going on right here. So that's the only reason why I'm hesitant about doing it. But the commercials I've seen like on TV, they say you could do it like in 30 minutes and it's done. But I wonder if it's something like you have to keep doing like every year. That's not something that I want to do. So the paint pot works fine. I just can't stand to see foundation settle and crack and crease in that area. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves with when doing my makeup is I don't like to, oh, that irritates me. I don't like to see that. So yeah, if you suffer with the smile line thing going on, then I would highly recommend to try the paint pot to correct that issue. Now for face primers. For face primers, y'all know my number one, even though it's discontinued, I'm going to have to still put it in the video because it's what I use. And I probably got like 6 or 7, but it's the e.l.f. Cookies and Dream primer. I hope e.l.f. sees this video and decides, hey, we might try to like put that back out there. I guess I don't know why, you know, some brands discontinued. I wonder if the sales didn't meet their expectations and then they decided to get rid of it. But I just see recently that they brought back the Jelly Pop primer. It's at Ulta now. So it took like a year or so for them to realize they needed to bring it back. So maybe this item will be one that they'll bring back. And sometimes, like, I find them at Marshalls or TJ Maxx, and then I just grab, they're usually like $9 there, and then I'll just grab all they have. And then sometimes Walmart, I have a link for Walmart. Right now it's out of stock, but some days it'll be stocked up and I can order it from Walmart for $9. So it just all depends. But this is a cream, like a moisturizer based primer, as you can see. I feel like it just lets my makeup lay on my face so smooth. It doesn't cause me to be oily, greasy looking. My foundation doesn't break up. It doesn't transfer. I feel like this is my number one primer, and I'm so sad that they discontinued because when I'm all out and I have no more, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. Like what primer I'm going to use because I to be honest, I have a lot of primers in my collection, but I don't have one that I absolutely love and adore like the e.l.f. Cookies and Dream. And I'm sorry that they don't sell it no more, but I had to mention it because my true followers here know that I use it every single day. So I'm so sorry. Next up will be the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer, and I'm slowly scraping whatever's left on here. I'm scraping it out. Okay, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It's $56. You can get it from Ulta or you can get it from Sephora, and it says that it has a radiant finish, liquid formula without formaldehydes, without sulfates, a non-greasy lightweight makeup primer with a light infused pigment and 4 nourishing oils that blur imperfection and soothes the look of skin. And it's for dry, normal combination, and oily skin. It's $56. That's a lot for a primer. I had it in my collection for a while before I actually started to really use it. And then once I played with it and started to use it, I fell in love with it. It does exactly what it says it does. It blurs your skin. Yeah, you can wear this without any concealer, powder, foundation. If you just wanted to like put on this primer and walk out the door, you could totally, totally, totally do that. Sorry if you hear like boom, boom, boom. It's thundering outside. It's getting ready to come down. So I need to hurry up. But yeah, $56. I'm scraping the bottle. Will I repurchase this? Yes, I would. This I would repurchase without thinking about it as soon as I get $56. Yeah. Next up is e.l.f. Good Vibes Only. So you can probably see the primers I'm using, like what kind of consistency I enjoy. I just thought about that. But this is e.l.f. Good Vibes Only Soft Matte Velvet Primer. It's $10 and it looks like this. Fell in love with this probably like around September, October, and used it, you know, all the way the rest of 2023. Directions: apply evenly to face prior to makeup application. Once applied, wait 30 seconds before applying makeup. And this I feel like fills in my pores. I have slight pores right here, but it's a soft, to me it's a soft matte finish. It blurs the pores, gives you a soft matte finish while still making everything smooth like on your skin, and hence it has a soft vanilla smell that smells so delicious. It smells so delicious, right? But yeah, I hope this is still on the e.l.f.'s website. I hope they don't get rid of it. But knowing e.l.f., they probably will. I guess companies can't keep everything they ever came out with for like ever. Like they got to switch it up and bring out some new stuff. But it always seems like they get rid of the really good stuff. So yeah. Next for the primer is the Milani No Pore Zone Mattifying Primer. These could be comparable to each other. I think the e.l.f. is just a tad bit thicker than a Milani, but still the same consistency, the same feel, the same wear, the same get rid of my pores, give me a smooth base. And priming to me is so important. Like I'll never put, even if it's a tinted moisturizer, I'm never going to put a tinted moisturizer on my face without priming my face, because I just feel like even though the tinted moisturizer says that it's going to do this for your skin, it's going to do that for your skin, but I'm always going to put a primer on before, because I just feel like that creates a barrier between my skin and the makeup that I'm putting on. So I don't know, it's just something I wouldn't do. I wouldn't just like not prime my face and go straight in with foundation. No, I'm never going to do that. So yeah, this right here, it says that it has lily and bamboo extract, which helps with the mattifying. I'm not a matte girl, but if it's like a soft matte and I know I'm going in with, let's just say, a hydrating concealer or a hydrating foundation, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. A lightweight, silky texture, matte finish, enhanced with lily and bamboo extracts to help with mattifying the skin, ultra pore minimizing, blurring, and all controlling primer. And usually with some mattifying primers, I can tend to get extremely oily, because once you put, like, my skin is oily combo, and once I put on something mattifying, my skin is looking for oils because it thinks, oh, you're getting dry, we need to produce more oils because you don't put all this dry mattifying stuff on. So now I need to like produce more oils because you're getting dry. So I tend to be really careful when applying matte products. That's why you always see me reach for radiant, dewy stuff, because when I put that on, my skin isn't looking for oils to compensate for me being so dry. So that's why I'm able to not get oily. Oh, that makes sense. Now I'm able to not get oily because my skin isn't looking for oils when I apply radiant products. And you might be scared at first when you apply radiant products. If you're an oily girl like me, you just have to find the combination and the balance of applying the matte stuff as well as the radiant stuff together to give you that balance. And that's why my skin isn't producing oils, because I'm good. I'm using the radiant product so it doesn't think that I'm dry. It just clicked in my head. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now on to the loose setting powders, and we'll be done because I know I'm talking for no reason. For my under eye highlight, or the places I highlight with concealer, the setting powder for that would have to be the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I still have quite a bit in here. It went up within a year because I just swore it was like $20, and now it's $30 on Amazon. Amazon is where I purchased mine at. And it's a Sacha Buttercup setting powder, translucent setting powder for oily skin, finishing powder, loose powder, makeup. This is all Amazon. Where you're talking about Amazon? Makeup blurring powder blurs fine lines and pores from medium to dark skin tones. And when setting my concealer, especially my highlighted areas, I love to use a banana light shade, a yellow shade, never nothing neutral or nothing too white. I think the yellow shade just brings out all the highlight that I'm, looking for. And like I said, it's $30 on Amazon. And this was like old, right? This was like an old product that was like really big at one point in the makeup uh universe. And then it just went away. And I still had it. And I used it, and I'm like, wow, I really like this. And loose powders, I be looking at my loose powders. I'm like, dog, as much as I use this every day, it doesn't seem like the container is like going down ever. I used it probably all 2023, and the thing is like still full. So I'm confused. I'm really confused. And on Amazon, if you decide to purchase it, I'll have everything linked below, I think. But if you decide to purchase it, it tells you how to avoid flashback, how to bake. So it's giving you the tips and everything here, which is good. And I did not know that it was a shine-free controlled powder too. It's a shine-free, a flawless blurring, versatile loose powder. So I didn't know it did all that. That goes to show you I rarely just read descriptions and all of that. I just purchase stuff and just hope that I like it. But anyway, yeah. So I would say if you're in the market for a new setting powder, this is a really good one. This is a really good one. Next up, another find from Amazon is the RCMA, the original no color powder. And it's right now, oh, it's really thundering. It's $18.99. And I have been using this. I use this a whole lot in 2023 to set the remainder of my face, the rest of my face all over, so that I wasn't adding any more color. Because I figured like my concealer already had pigment in it. My foundation already had pigment in it. I didn't want to go in with a pressed powder or even a loose powder that had more color in it to set, you know, my face. So that way I felt like sometimes I was adding, let's just say I used a foundation. I used my Lancome foundation, right? And then I used a MAC pressed powder. I just felt like I was adding probably two similar colors, but they weren't the same. So maybe I felt like sometimes the powder was maybe throwing off my foundation color, causing my face to be a whole different color. I am really thinking now that I'm sitting down, I probably need to sit down and do these videos with you guys often, because I never really can pinpoint why I stopped doing something. Like I just knew that it wasn't working the way I needed it to work, and then I switched over to the no color, and I was like, bam, I like this. This gonna work out, because I'll wipe my nose. The no color sets it, make sure everything is in place, but doesn't add color. And it's white, and you would think that, oh, I'm gonna get flashback. No, you won't get any of that. Once I set it, I go ahead and spray it with my NYX Bear With Me spray, and I'm good to go. So yeah, oh, and it says no flashback. Okay. It contains no pigment, no perfume, no fillers, and won't alter your foundation shade or natural skin tone. Dogs, I need to start reading the back of these products or the descriptions, because I just knew that's what it did, but I never read it to confirm that this is what they market it for. I am really. Use powder puff on makeup brush and apply to face. Let set and brush off excess. Wow. So yeah, I would definitely try this if you're in the market once again for a face powder. Because I have some MAC powders, I got Dior face powders, but all of them have color in it. And if I do a face powder, it won't be with foundation. It'll probably be with that little highlight of concealer, and then I'll just use the face powder by itself on my face, you know, to provide the coverage that I'm looking for. But yeah, I won't use a color face powder with foundation. And last but not least is this KVD Lock-It Translucent Powder. This was another thing that I used the same way I would the RCMA No Color. They still sell this. It's $34. This was in my stash for a while. I used to get samples of this from like Sephora. Was love it, love it, love it, love it. Never purchased it. Then one day finally purchased it. I'm quite sure, you know, $34 sounds like a lot, but when I look at it, I've been using it all year. It's still to the top. Like I said, I don't know if the powder fairy comes back in the middle of the night and like fills it up again. That's what I feel like happens, because it never, ever, ever goes down. But I use it the same way I do the RCMA, just set the remainder of my face when I don't want to add two more colors. But to be honest, guys, with you, lately, I have been not doing any powder to the foundation. I just been setting my conceal areas with the Sasha, and then spraying my face with my NYX, and not using any no color powder, no color powder, just foundation. Because lately it seems like the foundations have been setting their self, and I want to learn in 2024 on how to use light makeup, not make it so use so many products when you don't have to. So I'm not necessarily be a minimalist with makeup, but when doing makeup, to not use as many products when it's not necessary, or when I don't have to. So yeah, that was it. A list of some primers and setting powders, and I have to think of what areas I didn't cover, because I know I did concealers, drugstore foundations, high-end foundations, and eyeshadow palettes so far. So I'm trying to wrap these up before January is out. But yeah, drop down if I didn't a category that I'm missing, and that if you're whatever you're interested in. If I'm missing a category, I probably am, knowing me. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you like, comment, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I post a new video. And y'all know I'm gonna catch y'all in my next video. Bye guys.